This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Mayama munyina kwaba fambra Boadu TV so. Mo aye mo first time na mo subscribe ye best no subscribe ye nyina like ni comment ntum. Na Captain Smart akase me ma me ho adwire me o say anto say ye be ma bibini ho atono bibini ani age no. There will be no peace in Africa, Ghana. What I say? Osanto say ye mpanyefo no be ma youth na nya sika. Youth na nya bibi gina so no mo say da chipa bi wo ho ma mo no. Enya de asomdwe be wa. Ochase kan say o kan say bibi besi wa Africa ha pe anche bia na kusha say wo French speaking countries this year Burkina ohun de koso mpuntu gidigidi osanche bia better see English speaking countries no na say Ghana is a target no krampo no ka besi so say brand Akufo Addo tie dwaso no suro se soja ni panye no ebetime yinama enti o forbid no ko share ne side ho ma omonika no captain neka eno ka say ye creating nyuma na nyuma mbu kanta times atam na anoshwas nega commando no mu yimu bi hwe sika omanya ne din omanya araba stamp no mu ne mame dokrom sika dodo se no omanya ye but wa kan se bi ehun ya ye ntie
abrabo bia esum ewom te se bechi hanka na ni na akono han etimi ba gh biem mente sa esum ba wo hia de owa ahoden a obetimi ama wo han etikane ya ekọ film awo bechi ha no me da bibia di a kire wo se wo hia han awo bibim sa ekom de wa wo hia aduane esum ba wo hia han it is a common day wo da wo aduane so mfa so.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart.
Wo re ho da wo ho ani die so mfa so.
Captain Smart.
And I said wo nyare da ye ka mfa so e wa yare sa so ani gie e wo se wa yare na wate apomudin a wo ti ase.
Captain Smart.
Eti empeni potna ase no wo ka bibi se afutu okura wo hoyi no wo pa ye GH boy den ye Adam den ye prof den afutu wo hoyi no se nipa den ti a en sachira no
enu na ment
age nsohwe eti obi wo a age eto no so your ba why abortion baako why abortion mienu why abortion miensa ubusa no se me go school pese me do baby asa afi ebedu baby a waware
He is smart.
ana onware ya opeba no na atoko no
Ajeta.
ite hono na abehunu se
Ajeta.
samre na ye tunifo no wantie ensohwe no ama na ye study
akomesa
afi no onum nduro ba de etie ne se
so be side chick
ade a nyame ntimi nye no science ntimi correct it.
Captain Smart. The king of morning
So
shows.
e be man so a onye sika ya dwe abena dwe mabel dwe esi dwe mami ya dwe na we waste sika ni na eti afei adade fie wura betu no no na nka onya mami ya nka pepa na mami ya eja no ho
He is smart.
efisa
He is
abrantie no
unique.
de sika ni
He is
na
the best.
e road ross
enu na ment ya se na medu ho
o mai bia basabasa ye asimu look say ye kuntokwa ye say no enye ne na ehase fi Bible days ye friend don't to change
Captain Smart.
Africa ya kuntokwa civil war ne be si America da e be si other places so let's not even go there but ye ni fi ye efi be ye 19 men kan sen kra efi be 1920 eba ekon ebe si 1930 ekon 1940 ekon 1950 eba coup d'etats.
He is smart.
Ahodoa akoso. Ewa Africa nyina no nyehwe. Ade baako nipa eninje.
Abobo.
I'm telling you. The African is not happy. And until say the benya kendifua wadwene ebibiman ho. Ghana is the case study this morning. Now you beti ase say. Ese say ye ma bibini energy. Until say saade ni besie no. Hey, asunje ma Africa da. Don't forget. 2023, 2024. I kept telling you, say Anna Africa bekwa. The days and the years ahead of us, Africa can never contain the African. And the coup d'etat here, African French-speaking countries, you know. And I bet yes, African English-speaking countries. Let me say this now. We are show answer. And no idea na unemployment na me to us no. When him say, na do slow. When MPP mpanifa na wo Jubilee House what dream no. Na what dream ye won say. Major General Thomas upon paper. Obetu MPP aban na gu. Opa abusa won. Wini mo upon paper fan u phone. Na Fred sese ya.
Cathedral no dey kwen bi aso.
So I don't know suru. There na ekoso. The ekoso na ye. One na ufa no as your upon paper no serious. Your own serious. Eti owie no ye fa onwona ana omona whoever said the dignity na money ya mesre no onfa ncheme. No na di na do achi ogira na chi. Yey, ni ye man so pa. Ekwaya no Kwas, Chief of Army Staff. He was just given that position to watch upon paper. That's what I make. MPP from Pennyfo in Aya where the then national security Pennyfo in Aya where that is why I do baby neka bi ochredako any kwekua is it asumani or whatever no more nobody see upon paper so upon paper had no intention of toppling any administration in this country. He's a fine refined military officer who is gone through the mill. He's gone through the mill. And he respects the uniform. I am not a shadow. And the discipline which is accrued into the military basket. So Soriano Pa, he was not interested. Listen, even John Mahama when he came, besides John Mahama and Ankasa Sawunimna, besides Pope Pranakasa Sawunimna, was he not promised there? The man another 1 year. When Manatna Hokakra. Actually, no. I don't know. Just go for baby. But Seseya Menoka say no. It is so sad. It is so pathetic that even Africa, you are even far miserable than the one who is not working. Africa pena wushe sojania ojina kwa ho na okutatuo na ope your friend is saying trotro eti Africa pe ena se car enam kwan so a ye ja front seat one baako ima either police ni sojani immigration fire service prison officer. It is a car into barrier. A post for Jina. It says a post in it front. Soldier need to ho. Migration need ho. Custom need ho. Prison officer ho hunti. Then you know na salute no so salute na ka dekem. Yay. I don't want to delve into. Never be. Eh? Martina wo hono maka say a national project. Only a national project. Eh? And yen 79 what you say yet you e be ho ye bie ye ni yehu ye yi kire yen. And Africa pen so be a police near. So when Jina Kwanso and Jisika. Oh, yes, you can share the mother.
I don't take shot.
That's why I make me boy.
Captain Smart.
Get a highway.
Of morning shows.
You are supposed to follow Jina Kwanso and Jisika. Sikana police for the Jiano. And call Bobotomo. And call district headquarters. And call divisional. If you walk on regional. Aqua headquarters. I am telling you today. Let the current IGP come and deny what I'm saying.
Captain Smart.
I want to stand small. Adam, are you ready? Listen. Say, I mean, okay, say. Who's a police in Jina Kwanso? Yeah. That's a police in or just 1 city, 2 cities, 3 cities. 5 cities, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200. May catch her with net. I'm what you say. Sa post for now. What just Sassicano? What party I say, Opajai? Sassicano. And call the bottom. May catch her with never what was it. It is our Onia police station. Sicano, the bread chief inspector. Station officer. Nani Trium. Eti wukwa no acquire account. I'm a station officer. Station officer, I account. I'm a commander. My name's a distance in the division. I know they're here. I can say whichever way I can say no. We are caught. No way so the call. Eti what the call district? Na district so the call division. Na division so the call regional. Na regional so the call headquarters. Eti apostle no omo ya account tem ye tima wo kokwan so a wo timi gigi sika ye e wo kwan so no san crofo no and wo the in the good books of either the station officer the district commander the divisional commander the regional commander and the IGP
onsa ho na agu fin no atwe
be supposed for them catch them. It's the police for the Kwaso, 1 city, 2 cities, 3 cities, 4 cities. What do you suppose to know? Or yeah, Juma Busumusua, Yetrianica. But they are say it is only in Africa. And that's a way Juma crowd one bombo, check their 1 year Juma. 80 Posino Jina Kwaso. Aquasra, Abia, 4,000 Ghana cities.
1 city, 3 cities, 3 cities.
Eti police for the Jina Kwai so holding ina. What did you see? Can I go home? Eti na tie. Aya na yet radio so na nkrofo afre captain first for ha what did this guy uja kwasa e wo uja ayi dakodom e wo uja boku e no uja yi e no what did this guy and then yes I say kai e dai
ka wonsa ho
look me in the eye who should I jam movie GH what me say ento wani ejai unu dey say sikana wo jeje no won dey call mo achi from station to commander to commander to commander to commander go to commander moving to commander to the biggest commander. But these guys are working. So you ask yourself why.
1 city, 3 cities.
I don't know. Nana Kodria can't say. We shall post in the Kwanso. No Saturday tune to be Jusika. And yes, you or she to do when you're here. George Jones, our body. I don't know. My hand in the car.
1 city, 3 cities, 3 cities.
Say, who may share prison officer? Only and the 4 prisoners. By 3, 4 and on one case a prison officer and a command no. 80 only prisoners in Namuno. Sikana most prisoners in Jana Kwahono Moses car. I don't know who be that. Me trebia our tantra run about. Me trebia me who want me. Sikano officer in Jimmy. I say what for any to form. About the same your own ministers. Your own MPs. chief executives, managing directors. Name the titles. Akase abosume so a. What do you say obi wo krom ha? Boso so $75,000.
Oh, I don't know.
Obi say wow. Pastor say wow. You have no idea. You on Krofo krom ha boso so a. Waji $50,000. Go to Bank of Ghana and check. But these same people will steal from us. Why? The reason why they steal, they say, "Yempese Juma Beba Africa." Say the beya, de biano. Oh yes sir. Oh boss. Me pacho. Wadaroma. Wa mwamia. Mene me yere. Ene me ma. Yendidi. Africa pe na we nursing training college a. What na fie? Be mfie miensa. Mfie nine. Mfie mienu. When Damia ye wadom no eye se obi a wonim na oben aban bi oben tumi etumi aboa wo me to fuel our filling station bi na ehwo to washing bay wo ye gira ho na ye te ya de se papa bi ne ne yere wo didi abaya bi atam de be te ya de se fa film so hu fi na be se Sakasa we dear, ya na no ordain toto.
Achich.
So what is a bear my casano we be and no so who fear? Ah, come on. Or refer to Oba. Myself and other people around me, we got closer. Papa no me, oh captain. Me feel you, me tell. I got interested because in fact I was being directed to move to that direction.
The king of morning shows.
Now then when you able say, "O sinya baye o jira hai, ono o didi me yira tem." Na me say na wo yire no oye den. Watch this. O say na yire no wanum nsuo o. And the filling station ho no. One more dustbin wo ho. That woman. This woman felt so big, very authoritative, and very demeaning. That's something I understand. Already, on to me, sim fini kunu. Eti battle na on no munso no mu no jato filling station ho. So this innocent lady, the DJ ne di kan pe modda. And I approach him, my minister man. Now, Adentina, what to insurer bottle no atofem. I had a filling station. How they offer me pa. Met me a beja and I say, pump attendant no, one mubu petrol no. Be a bit me aje. Free me so. One other channel
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
And I buy a catch and say, ma, in the dimatem, there be a will ban me and kawo pe.
He is smart. He
What's
is
the baby and what they was set. Mamina shall say the D abaya yatem. Bema, also, when we said the Iranian Abre Abonjo, person who say, yeah, a supporting a
Captain Smart,
watch
the
this.
king of morning shows.
Abaya no Casano no cabro, Fubinam say, hey, Kelly. And yet the Shannon is important.
He is smart.
What is actually harbored on the plate of her brain is key.
Captain Smart.
And yet, at the end of Shabaya, no digital filling station one here. But they want to dream no. A so chain at Tadiana, a Shannon.
Captain Smart.
Then, we say, hey, day, now somebody say, we're a nursing training college or a trained nurse from 2022.
Captain Smart.
I say, you be a porter now, film near tomb. You be near see a funny pa, film near tomb. You be film near tomb. And I say, Captain, I don't know nurse for me, but we show no so I won't be soon, you know. That day, Miss Smith, me there, Miss Soon. Now, me here, I'm saying, there be things now. Mami kope bibi nye. Me fa nursing certificate into baby. I think every year me control licensure exams. Cause who throw you na afi no so a etwam. Utroye afede so a etwam. Utroye afede so a etwam. And I'm saying okay, to say filling station how we adwuma be. Or say me buy no na me bu fuel. And me am who say aya na inside the hall baby bebre we be call washroom hall ne ade no e hwa e fi. So me de no so to me ho so na me ka kire me boss say me ba adwuma me pese me clean aka ho na watua me kakra aka makwatua no ho ba me boss yiri fi abro kire ba ye no e no ka kire me say ompene wa bra me ye adwuma wo ho na no me clean kakra bi wi a ye betua me kakra ka ho no onye ntimi nchusu ba ko o say captain e na me chusu say me clean but e no nkire say me ye adwuma ye
the king of morning shows.
And I said me ye di perform me we nursing college. And I'm so okay. It's a see here, would here, who cleaning your truck? I say, I say 450 Ghana. This is Africa for you. You can inherit a property from your father. Listen to me carefully.
Smart.
You can inherit a property from your mother. You can inherit a property from your late husband. Or you can even inherit a property from your late wife. But we do not inherit jobs.
He is smart. He is unique. Captain Smart.
You can inherit anything under the sun. But you can never inherit a job. Listen. But the way me yes see for say me wuchna say Captain Smart your morning show presenter e wo nua media general Captain Ewu ye ya kwantufo achina na ye ko Pentecost for so beboa omo ewu fo so fine patro memma betimi aka chem say ye papa eja pade ba ko no say no ye aduma wo nua enti by force me ba bless Jojo, Nana Kwame, Caleb, Kufo, etc. by force on my morning show. They can inherit whatever me pegu, but my children can never inherit my job.
Captain Smart, the king.
We do not inherit jobs. We build them. Nobody under the sun can inherit a job. It must be built. And I want to see Ghana leading Africa, not with the weight of what we lack, but with the fire of what we can create.
He is smart.
This is my worry. This is my pain. I just want to see Ghana leading Africa. Not with the weight of what we lack. We don't have this. No. I want to see Ghana leading Africa with the fire of what we can create. Yesterday I told you, listen, employment is not just statistics. That the Ghana Statistical Service will come out and tell you, hey, this year you're creating jobs, to say it's rubbish.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best.
Employment is not merely a statistic. It is the great enabler of dignity, security, and nationhood. Every Ghanaian has the right to a meaningful, future-ready, and socially valuable work. Every Ghanaian under the sun has the right to meaningful.
He is smart.
Future ready. And socially valuable work. This is not a dream. It is a declaration.
Captain Smart.
This must not be a dream. It must be a declaration. From president, from MPs, from ministers, from chief executives, from whoever. This must not be just a dream. We dream to create this, we dream to do that, we dream to do this. No, it must be a national declaration that every single Ghanaian has the right to meaningful, future-ready, and socially valuable work. And sitting here, let me tell you, in the next 10 years, I want to see the Ghana unemployment rate at 1%. And you see, and we keep joking with Ejuma. Nobody is thinking about creating. And Mami Kasam show. I feel like throwing out when I hear a buying say government has no business doing business. Rubbish. That's someone number two. I feel like throwing out. Some buying say private sector is the engine of growth. I agree. But when you say that, it means that you are eliminating government from the corridors of job creation. Government is now becoming so lazy and relegating its prime responsibility to the private sector. And watch this. Media General. One more cut-off point. Baby, a Media General do know. Say a fight will be for fry. But a buy in its wisdom can create a lot of avenues, create a lot of spaces, enabling environment, give money, fund projects, document institutions, and make sure that a lot of spaces are created for the ordinary Ghanaian to have 1, meaningful, 2, future ready, 3, socially valuable work. Because employment is not merely statistics. So the next 10 years ahead of us, I just want to see the eradication of extreme youth unemployment. 2, look, we have to create 5 million future focused jobs. We should stop tickling ourselves and laughing. We garnish the issues, we massage the issues, we sit down, we cross our legs, and we think that we solve the problem. And you will find media personalities supporting rubbish. And that is why I'm asking, sir, if you ask them, sir, they will show you statistics. Statistics is not jobs. Because who appoints the Ghana Statistical Service boss? The statistician of this country. Who appoints him? So he will come out, massage and garnish the issues. I tell you, all of that are nothing but political lies. I want to see, after properly creating jobs, if we have other professionals, I want to see Africans dominating the globe. The next 10 years ahead of us, I want to see Ghana redefining work to include creative, care, green, digital labor.
Captain Smart.
That's what I want to see.
He is smart.
I want to see a Ghana with employment sovereignty. The power of a nation to guarantee work with dignity for all.
Captain Smart.
Independent of external forces, economic ties, and inherited limitations. Yes, I agree. We have some inherited limitations. From Kwame Nkrumah's time till today, we may have some external forces, inherited limitations. This cannot be done. We don't have money. We don't have this. We haven't trained this person. Yes, I know we have inherited limitations. But we've gotten to a point as a country. We need to sit down and have solutions, find solutions to our problems.
He is smart. He is unique.
Say, I never saw. Na ye adwin say ye betena ho saa youth unemployment me maka choje Akufo time some people penny for ina maka youth unemployment if me we even that time nobody trusted it, nobody believed it. And the Akufo
He is unique.
the then national security coordinator. Talk to him. Who are doing a word team. Never we are public secondary school and chair. They are fine tuning a Gina walk with the smart team. They have had it. You tell problem about Ghana. Do baby a friend Jida. Do baby a friend Dead Jay. Let me tell you, they don't have a clue about it. You see, when you meet an originator, don't show him photocopies. Anytime under the sun that you meet the originator, do not show him photocopies of his work. Because if you didn't, how can we have over 700 medical doctors trained with a public purse sitting at home? You found you are a doctor for every school, and you run over you. 2022, 2023, 2024. We go fear some medical doctors. We need to man yet or to fear. Financial. You were nurses. We been in school 2018, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Every summer October.
I shall protect the public purse.
What is wrong with us? Ghana pena wotonyum. We a movie. Ha, we trustne. Nana Mama Ground. I mean, some way there. I don't know if I'm coming. Nana Mama Ground. What grand the movie I says on TV so. Sabini Mama Ground. Any acrobatomo. So mama nyɛ kwan ametra TV so a kana mama gwa na wie wai ka kra beto na hwene sa me hwene kɔn wani bisa ho kɔn
de uye pa ka sɛ
no bisa ho sɛ komo wɔ he
gwen
hwɛ wo atwa movie sa wo de wanya opportunity enya TV station bi so ankɔtena na wo show and grow wo ma wie yakosi sɛn. Because in Africa, Adam, watch me. There's no leader who is thinking about redefining the focus of broadcasting in this country. Listen, we need a leader who can sit down and redefine the focus of broadcasting in this country and make sure that India ni mekatri. Oh, yeah, TV. India ni kokatri. Oh, UTV. Spanish ni kokatri. Ewa your friend say Max TV. That thing now what TV so no a stupid, a rubbish, a bogus. Yes, I be him. So, Mami Dokono way. We had Nigeria movies, sir. We share other American and other nations movies, sir. Who said Merwa Poso, Obede Kasne, or Yana Wufie. Why is Mami Dokono?
Ghana for.
Why is he? Why is Mami Dokono?
Watchino.
You only hear the name Mami Dokono, Grace Omabo. Mami Dokono, Grace Omabo. Mami Dokono, Dr. Rokoto, Osofo Dazi, and the others. They sat on GTV for 42 solid years. This all we say. Now we say, Obra, hey, Obra, anywhere, hey, Obra, hey. I don't come in, baby. Nana Peduko fast, I buy it over here. Dr. Rokoto way, I just were he, Osofo Dazi were he, Mami Dokono were he. Adwa Smart way. Where are these people? Now today you have Indians speaking tree. On my own on the TV. Me. So we need a leader of this country who will redefine the focus of broadcasting and make sure that people within the creative industry will be catered for. Let me tell you. Yeni minister Sokruma, don't say na bi adwuma. Shatawale bi Shagzi, ana yes ana yefre no. Samfu akwa. Ye to na kwasi asemti. Ye tete abrante we. Menka so bi ye bone am yenka wo. But the rest of Shatawale nya sebe na wu. Ye njiri. Nya sebe na wu. How can you arrest a prosecutional witness and treat the person like a suspect? Are we not crazy? If Shatta committed crime, let's deal with it. But if you read, you listen to the entire thing. What is over there? What is out there? Yes, I don't know what I'm saying. Confiscate. I mean, impound the vehicle. Whoever sold the car to him is around. The person is not dead. Yes, in the paragraph, FBI for Befanico. Translating who say yes, when you trim say before. Mr. Shando, fetch me. Yes. Yes. Anka, Nipano, FBI buy no. You want to tell the FBI for no money baby a car no. Ghana Yoko, and then national security. And the money baby a car no. FBI Eddie car net from America. Ebe pie Ghana. Who say car no ha? As soon as see the tour, the fat car no buy and the toy. So what do you say FBI woman in answer? You know when you say car the Shatta on they knew. And it's no man Shatta. What is Shatta in the year? Because in the circumstance of the purchase of the vehicle, Shatta is just a victim of that circumstance.
He is smart. He is unique.
So the FBI left him. They only gave information to the local security. And as useless as we are, we went to arrest Shatta. I am not saying that Shatta did money. May and count. That's not what I'm saying. That's not my point. He may have committed, maybe, I don't know. And I am not the repository of everything that happened. So I do not want to claim. But what happened, was it necessary? Watch this. So people in the creative industry, if you look at Mame Dokuno alone, let me use Mame Dokuno. Let me use Mame Dokuno. And other people, somebody who can sit somewhere and tell you, say, oh, they arrested Shatta Wale to save Shatta. So why do you humiliate him?
From head to toe, I'm a baggo.
Huh? Me transiting and me study BB from Norway. One for BB silent arrest. Our security officers in this country, do you know silent arrest? Captain Smart can be arrested, nobody will hear. MPP in some phone on 39 times in 2 years. Then we can arrest Solo, nobody knows Solo has been arrested. But whosoever is the highest authority will know that Solo Yacheno. Silent arrest, Dean Obiante. If indeed you wanted to save Shatta, why that humiliation? And when you saw the crowd on the street, the main issue is that Mame Dokuno alone from Obra. Mame Dokuno Koye show me on Metro TV. I've forgotten the name of that show. But what I know is by the fireside and Obra. Watch this. If as a country that time, the Mame Dokuno air by the fireside and Obra no. Now with the Houston so to America. Now Akwe Rambo, you find Deben Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So on the Schwarzenegger America. Calculated that time na Arnold Schwarzenegger o Schwarzenegger America. Ni time na Mame Dokuno ono so oye Obrano e Ghana han say, "Wo ke o musika boma." Na Arnold Schwarzenegger ono so Schwarzenegger. Now Mike Tyson obo boxing to say Azuma Nelson. Azuma Nelson and Tom Painter onye scan trade ani.
Wachino.
We got to be real. That's why I told you. Employment is not just statistics. We need a leader who can redesign the focus and re-engineer the faculties of broadcasting to make sure that Nipa will benefit from broadcasting. That's it. Maka to me Ghana man penia umobro ni nwum Ghana. Ube born from Ahomachi 1 a.m. Ube born anadwo 1 a.m. Oh bi adano umbobro ni nwum bia me Ghana man penia. Wonya ka kire me say me na mati sika na me TV3 me na mo sika na me bia Onia TV na me na mo sika na me bia Onia FM. It's a license no papa they are. When was the last time you went to America? Now we hear CNN. Near the Jacko de Mame Dokuno. Any Nana McBrown movie at CNN. So when was the last time you saw that? When was the last time you went to UK and you saw Qatari, Ajos, Rokoto, They do about to BBC. So when was the last time? And we sit in this country and we glorify stupidity. And when that begins to engulf us, we sit down and we use English. The sokromodum, the sokromote, the dutumkwa, the dutumbra. We speak rubbish English in this country and we think that we are creating jobs. We are not creating jobs. We are only defining statistics. So, where is Katawere? Papa no go away. Yes, we. Hey, me wa fama nkwa pofo. Me de beta angel tap my near wo. Amankwa pofo no yare. He had a mild stroke. But if on my Ghana yet a juma yet employ. Say, you see the word is M. M means them. Let me break down the word employment for you to understand. Employment is not an English word. It's a Latin Hebrew word. Meaning that taking care of all of them till they die. If you don't understand employment is not an English word. It's a Latin Hebrew word. Meaning that taking care of them till they die. So, when we say employment or employment, and so we deploy, so therefore you deploy them. So they go out there to work. Media General, deploy Captain Smart and pay with the TV. So we deploy Sofu Solo or Teha, we deploy GH Boy, Obo Ojai, we deploy Godwin, Mr. Chu, Adam. We have been deployed. But before we were deployed, somebody have to employ. Meaning somebody is taking care of us. Makacho me Ghana man pedi am do nyambe.
Captain Smart.
Even Nigeria movie kura, yet come as an alata for to me a trokrata. Sakamami do kuro to America. I got him score. Yey, mami do kuro so to America. Count him score. So what we have to do, number one, is to understand the creative industry. Artists, musicians, storytellers. We get to bring them together. Ghana paid the Ocho movie Onisika, but the Ochano Uska. What is wrong with us? We see employment as Wako School. Let me tell you, Mimi be a Juman. I don't need your certificate. Who institutions? You said they will need first degree. I am more rubbish. Time me Boadu. Now I found the Maria Christian Service University College. 2012. My certificate could have money make home because I say, I'm let me respond after 3 months. I'm responding here. Christian Service University College is in Medino. Blessed God's been smart, no. Me de yirenchi ashame. It woman catch up something called gazette sa dino. Na me gazette ya me de yirenchi ni ko shame fifi. Ghana dina me de shame fifi one. Christian Service University College say a delay 21 days and some later neighbor. This is former education minister. These are all the past education ministers from 2012 till today. I'm not even interested. They are not looking at talent. Listen, you can retire from your job, but nobody can ever retire you from your talent. Sitting here today, me this sister yes, and I'm of course me when I'm even 55. Even when I'm 50, being yet more. Media General, if I am still here by that time, to say the Yarata Papa Shamunu, they will retire me. But my talent as Captain Smart, nobody can retire me from my talent. So it's about time Africa, through Ghana, we must appreciate talent. And stop thinking about this rubbish called certificate. This four-cornered wall called the classroom does not pump brains into anybody's head. It's only enlightening us to see certain things that maybe somebody wrote we have not read. That is education. Obito nyumo krom ha. Ubewu. Dr. Pabobo. Owobe no wui. Munkancha me. Wani. No way. Even Amatedu. Our throw books. Emma yen Ghana ha. Emma yedi suade literature. The book we cry the dilemma of a ghost. Ni na chine kosi say. Ni yete ya ni akofa alata ni book chuno achubi rubbish. The gods are not to be blamed. The makato say me ni mikro mo so mo twema makato say me ni mikro bosom twema nso. Enti the gods are not to be blamed. Meanwhile there are powerful writers in this country. Ghana decided rubbish. What if say parenting a job? Me person me waste time. To me bobo swama parenting. Say wa woma na wo hwe wom kra no, it's a job. And when him say Ghana, we can even create a juma. Me say ya me te hey. Bisa say me man wo hen. Say ya me maame agi. And metu na say every man kese ma betan kran. No na me papa te ha. And kese see ya me sori ahoma kina metna ha no. Me ma no ye omne. Yey. Nana jiri. Abena. Mami ya. Jojo. Yey. Ena inshira. Yey. Aha, nka hwa na behwe won. Kese see enkwala nketenkete ne meja omo fie. Ube kono ma hye no. But say care-centered, care-oriented jobs, government can create that. Ghana pet akwakora bia ne abedo bia ebe ifo. Aban bia person we skills bi kodua nua. The green jobs, reforestation, circular economy, and climate resilience. These are areas we can create jobs, and people from nowhere will bring in money. Why are we sitting down quiet? There's something wrong with us. And you see, unless we are able to sit down as people, yes, sir, nkrofo ya dey abeya yesemo friend AI ade omode ya ne say ye de Captain Smart na no achia ye de Mahama Osa ye de Akufo Addo otikura baso ye de we otigbe so ye de we oyese when you sit down and you look at the African, you can tell the African is a fool. We need to get very ambitious. And we need to have a national kind of scale commitment, each designed to reshape Ghana into the model of the future of work. Can we sit here in this country, devoid of politics, and say that we want to create 5 million jobs?
He is smart.
MPP sit here, PNC sit here, CPP sit here, NDC sit here. All of us, let's sit on one table and say that going forward in the next 1 year ahead of us, we want to create 1 million jobs.
Captain Smart.
And Kedipe between 16 and 35 years. We can have the National Digital Skills Corp. The National Digital Skills Army. What 13 years we can even start building them from that angle. Are we thinking? Say I'm not here. Internet it say.
Obi say boy.
And can you way kurano and run ajo. Who here call out na near the community 25 where say for us a draft course dev can say JH body here una kan dev tracko queen na kate we can even create free broadband zones in this country that the young guys can even go and sit, use the AI to look for money for themselves.
Captain Smart, the king.
Ghana, one hotel. when you free fire your friend say Wi-Fi. And no put it with that. Me ministry by na work Ghana ha omo free Wi-Fi. JB catch me. Even Ministry of Defense. So when you do ha, udru ha wunya Wi-Fi. Kotoka International Airport me call Heathrow. Me tra JFK. JFK or US Airport. Netherlands for the biggest airport in the world that is over Dubai for about 2 or Skipo, udru ha internet free. Kotoka International Airport ebuna obuatopa te sa hye woni mpa kotwe ko sa.
The maso Yakupon is Samunya. The maso Yakupon.
And then we sit in this country and we garnish and we massage the issues and we say that we are creating jobs. Let me be honest with you. Abambi and we create Krumha.
He is a guy.
We only have political jobs.
He is a guy. He didn't.
It's a winning man in country. Nana do buy no. Also be fed 100,000 on Napco.
Cathedral no dey.
Because someone say NDC buy Napco for no more. Napco na kwa egu ye Akufo Addo time that kwan sama hama kra ba mwa.
Cathedral no dey kwen bi aso ebesi.
Eti Napco for no more.
Yeah, so ebesi.
So we sit in this country and we create political jobs.
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
The other day I was speaking to somebody and I was asking that can Ghana partner with tech giant?
He is smart.
For African-based outsourcing. Say yet to Krumha baby I tuto niam we for say online bakui Amazon on one did ho aba Ghana. Could we have outsourced that? And no na me catch us say me Ghana man pani we ye bebunu na wo bie adwuma afi kosi mfie num untua to untua tax anka haksa untua tax chafas untua tax for 5 years now Dr. Ba untua tax for 5 years. You know what I'm going to do? You better catch now say mfie num untua tax, but government will guarantee so obenya loan every bank papa nso aka ho. Now watch this. Phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. First phase no and say we be adwuma no what starting business no. Enipa na wasa form no so omo so ntua income tax. Say me ye Ghana man pani a. Taxes. Mama can and no me catch mama san can control. Omanya on fa ne san can natural resources. And other taxes e developing the mind. This America. Onya na just the sabe can oil. Or the sabe can gold. America na just the sabe can diamond. Eti America dey here say and say on the taxes na your mind no. Eti Ghana ye dey ensake gold, ye lithium, ye timber, ye bauxite, ye oil no. As I said taxes no, e kwa from ama wa kra wo da sori no o pre ho so be kwa kotua. Eto de ye. Eti yes America the taxes and the money mine. Let me explain that to you. Sometimes me baby a ye penny for no school. Eto de ye. America just taxes because onye na just the sabe kind of natural resource. Eto de ye. So why do we want to be like America? And say we be to by heart. It's rubbish. Eto de ye, eto yi akwan, eto ma ho sepene sabo aban. Enti phase 1 we be a company no. Any power fa o be 5 na fa o mo adwuma no. Obi antua income tax. One kasa won tua tax be no mo so tua bi. Siwi. They will be your electricity, water, and no nema. They are catch us say phase 2. So far nipa train started here. But more than so be for nipa 3 as an count na 6. Sa nipa 6 na wa fa omo no ma ye hu omo educational background. E bia owo JSS no de bam. SS no de bam. First degree no de bam. Master's degree and na de bam. The owie JSS no den tina owie JSS went to me an senior high school na wo ho na oye adwuma. Eti e bia sa nipa no ne maame ne papa no woni sika no bi it is that tax na nka obetua ma ban no refund that money to that child na akoda no onfa koye extra classes no fa we senior high school
wa beba first
we nyansa ni
beba first meji ma to ama
we nyansa ni enti akoda no we JSS no wetwa we nya grade 8 9 10 12 even 20 but when timi anko school enti tax na nka wo be ma ban no any income tax na ka obeti fi sa akoda na ketua so no stop that rubbish add it to akoda no de no na make sure say ye benya national human development index sheet our company bi atiam ye aban ye otisu pa onfa esese ye nya GDP enya gross domestic product eye human development index sheet our companies are afofo no muntua tax in them, so we know the educational background of these people. It's number one. We're JSS. We want to develop that child. We want to develop that boy. We want to develop that girl. It's HDI sheet now. You so JSS ni. It is second assessor or the buyer. Go you as the company with responsibility to say. We be pay college bia. Akwara no betimi apon adwuma no akwa kosua de no akwa adwuma no abesua de no akwa adwuma no abesua de no akwa adwuma no abesua de na ye hu se sika na seka utua ma aban no we are using it to develop a Ghanaian Ghanaian akwala no we senior high school or we senior high school no because you have 5 years remedial say 1 year anamwa if you have the next 2 years the next 3 years, the next 5 years. Now they build no. I think we are the academy catch us say don't pay taxes again. Add more. It's the income tax. Any other taxes are over away. First time company that will be able to say Haxa, Chafas, Dr. Ba, and then Canfor. No. Say ebedu enfie num no. Next what me buy a juanum after nipa buy 20, 30, 50 between 20 and 50. What a beer. Government will reward you.
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
With an additional tax rebate. Government will reward you. Maybe I got a man, that's what I'll do. Government will give you a tax rebate. So what we have for between 20 and 50. Our company, it's all another 2 years. It's all soon. The company is not paying. One way a woman below first degree, so they don't pay any tax to government. Why? Use that money to build yourself. So the next 10 years ahead of us, Captain
Smart.
Na companies ni mu abai. Eti fansa Ashanti region kwano. Wo nipa be 100 o ma start adwuma foforo. Na so obi afa nipa 20 ampacho yesay 100 times 20 yesay.
He is smart.
Mo ami. Say GH boss say 20. 100 times 20. Say
Captain Smart.
Say it is a company's 20 pay. 100 pay. And Ashanti region for 2,000. Eastern region 2,000. Greater Accra 2,000. Central region 2,000. Western 2,000. There were 10 regions. Within 1 year, you have 10,000. Are we crazy? Why can't we sit down and think as people and do this? By that time, not Ghana buying you see gold. Me pese me hu say gold nkuano yetibia ka say ye the gold ebie a factory in this country yetibia the ancestors ye bo say gold na ye tu wo Ghana ha no and ye be the socks factory, towels factory, sanitary factory, tiles factory, wear factory na ya ka say Ghana ye gold na ye wo no we used it to establish this factory.
Captain Smart.
Then yetibia ye gold na ye apart from quoting statistics about gold mining, sales, and whatever rubbish about it. Can you point to anything in this country? Yadi gold na come to diamond, come to lithium, come to oil. This is how you manage a nation. It's not about stealing and chopping young girls.
Captain Smart.
I'll continue tomorrow.
Shows. He is smart.
I want to say this. The producer man is 7:40. To me, I got 2 minutes.
Told ya.
Hey, say it we. We don't even have labor mobility corridors. The whole Africa,
Told ya.
labor mobility corridor. We don't even have it in Africa. The Ghana Babi Gabi. Okay? Let me say this. GH boy, apart from saying zoom na obono. Abrantia no our talent. JB, our talent. But here, more talent for fraud. So can we have the Ghana talent passport? Can we have that? Now you expand it and call the Pan-African talent passport. Just to enable job travel, regional job travels. And so, say Ghana for kofa latani artist the backroom ha. You try to carry Ghana ni not yadwa. But Ghana for musicians live free here Nigeria. I heard the way you treat them. But when we have a Pan-African talent passport, and I say a passport for from Ama, but it's just a card.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
Told ya. Shamaki Shraya who.
Sometimes I have told you and I'm Mesre. I'm told you Namesre. And I have told you right from the beginning of the segment, they say nobody inherits jobs. JBT nema mienu bema bako oba bako. Opa bo munyini. Nyeka say JB call retirement. So o ma me ye bema aye on fa the man mbra ha say no papa ye adwo hanti I want to inherit my father's job.
Told ya.
You can't inherit a job. That is why a banker's son is a doctor and a doctor's son is a presenter. You can't inherit your father's job. The reason is that certificate depend on who are useless. And so we still time in the school. Me to say my first degree in banking and finance. My first degree back in communication. Me baby no between the afade akoye adwuma.
I decree and declare
Because certificate no who are winning the who ashe. And also near the entire see pa ukoye adwuma na ukoye certificate. Me who has certificate na odi see pa a chance kano mfa so die. We do not inherit jobs. We build them. And I want to see a Ghana, I told you right from the beginning of this segment, I want to see a Ghana leading Africa, not with the weight of what we lack, but with the fire of what we can create. Employment is not merely statistics. For the statistical service to come out and churn out figures, it is the great enabler of dignity, security, and nationhood. Every Ghanaian has the right to meaningful, future-ready, and socially valuable work. We don't have to see this as a dream. It must be seen as a declaration, so that as a country, in the next 10 years, we can sit down comfortably and say that Ghana, we've been able to reduce unemployment to just a single digit. Can we say that? Are we ready? Are we prepared?
Alicia Mama Kai say, I say, Yedanta Budemo say that Apatemo say. I remember I said, you know me not the independence the same year. But I say, yeah, no way, that is, yeah, then a match, no more than a August. It's Busme, a woman, yeah, almost celebrate your more independence anniversary. But over here, Malaysia then, Malaysia now they compare Ghana then, Ghana now. We are far, far, far behind. I said, the tempata demo. Now, I did back when me realizing and say, we say Malaysia, the only way I will to me the air by air. That is the only means I bet me the
can be any baby abium.
But who is it there bet me afar? kwan so they are called Thailand, but me afa kwan so and I train they are called Singapore and other places. Ube Romo airport on more. The only thing you see, me abe no mo dua wo ho no mo sa bebre. So one way you will not see the beauty of Malaysia. Say Uremua, but Uremu we are now say yes. This country actually means business, and a hon ma mesu ene ma bebre. Amama hu say ye ni okandifo ye krom ha no mo say. We only have political parties or more personal agenda. But you need a candifua or Moakasa or more minor at heart. Yes, some way, somehow, I agree with their system because more 9 kings. I'm working for Makumako and Kono. And I'm more 13 states. To say, be I had 16 regions. More 13 regions. But I'm more 9 kings. Jomu rotate more. Every 5 years, be a captain. One year, Ufri Ashanti region kingdom. One be the president. Na yakwa koto abadi ama prime minister. Into one prime minister no na 5 years no so I won't who can so be campaign because you ento ma. Edru Yisro. Edru innocent so. Innocent didn't 5 years ni we na Edru Lucius so. If Lucius na ba me so. Until rotate start to the time say ahefofo makoma nkro no bia be di ni dia wie. So they have that development agenda at hand. And Obasuswa, you are being supervised by the king or any political heads ni na no. Ntomu ina ye ade baako. And almost also the national development plan, which I saw say it was a good thing and na bo mo motime develop here do this level. Me real here at a point 5:30 me ti dede bi na bo 5:30 sata na bo afina na ade san wo ha ho na asem no wo no me ti dede bi hwe na me ejakurasi ne makọ Malaysia na me ko bi window na ko hwe ya ka bi na nam kwan su o pra kwan no so o ye dey ka ne pra kwan o ni mere onya ho hwe ka ne pra kwan no so and I was like omo be ye resurface na some be what no muso it's their normal routine every day be some practice because cars are fast so that's why if they some maintain their kwan no it was I was shocked to my bones say the entire place me sanso koye na in fact omo de 18 pa within that 1 week omo de 18 pa e kwa ye koni na no captain who not even a single pothole or any of their roads. At a point, now me say baby me who be a foot kwan or something like that. So me bisa nipa na odi na me say na da mo ya mo kwan na no so baby a kwan na nye no e wo remote areas. Na no kra no as he speaks no there are a lot of machines wo hono ma e yo mo kwan dey amom. And I be so what is their source of fund? A crime no mfa so your mo akwan no so private businesses private business ma obey akwan ni we are making sure so be no up to standard international standard now they told boot the so now why you sika time no so no hand over the amaban no and that is what they have been doing so told boot ho no mo common and people slot in and out no mo dey ajo mo sika no mo come baby and that is why how come you don't have a single pothole until every single day. You make sure say or maintain akwan no or prasro or make sure say be water so be ho no ma efi na etwitwi so say de ho na edidi radi Akufo that was say catchy but you know I see say we have a lot to do. One common thing common in all countries especially in Africa, Ghana tourism sector captain so we're public knowledge we be enim. Oko Malaysia is your population at 34 million. As at last year, 2024, Akufo visited Malaysia at 37.9 million. The entire country, our population at 34 million. As at last year, Akufo visited Malaysia at 37.9 million. So they made a revenue of 22.7 billion US dollars from tourism.
So far, could the world's biggest.
Oh yes, of course.
Uncle Darin Zoom.
Uncle Darin Zoom. Eco far cable car and 1990. Yeah. In subsequent days, maybe I may show some of the pictures. na ade ba ko ye ma me real ho kese pa ye to say e wo Ghana ha na ka baby to say oboase abandoned pits na mo ye galamsey and aso mo ye mining o mo gya wo ho no mo no kwabna ne so mo hwe ma ne nsei nti ombe turning ombe converting into something else e ho no mo no motumi e dia convert enya the world largest pool Akufo Addo etue sika koko dwarim ubisa ho no mo ya abandoned sites ye fa ho no mo nye hwe nti ho no mo wo kwa baby ho no mo a wo the lift na be ko baby ho no mo a wo kwa be full staircase baby ho no mo a de omo eyi no mo jina so mo atwam ne first say access treadmill or the minimum number of
na kwa we musa
ya klase ni ba so and on a transport in and out e dey call e dey ba and you could see say indeed nipa kro no oto ho no mo no e make sure say baby amo sell ho no mo dey mining ni na no wa convert ho no mo dey aya de papa ndura ho no mo zoo ho no mo ura ho no mo a your recreational center ho ura ho no mo your supermarket ho ura ho no mo a ye wo pool the biggest of all e wo ho no mo ye ura ho no mo ye suspension bridge e wo ho no mo ahwe nkutam ura ho no mo ye wo saa de na omo ye bi woko ahoma so na hwe won na saa de woko na saa you know there are a lot of things wo ho no mo a it will keep your company for more than a day so person wo ho no mo a there are a lot of things wo ho no mo and no any ye twiska ni akwakohwe ye de na wo ha no mu se na Tremantis ye da prayer camp and ye bompa ye guso there's a cable car which I will talk about it later but my mentor work akra ukofu cable car na is 6,000 feet above sea level na wa fo car no na homanko na sub na de wo kɔ de wo ba de wo kɔ baabi a saso edi agro e wo hɔ no mo and uduru hɔ no mo a you will see the fun aspect of it and that is what Malaysia for take advantage of moye. Abeno moye, no, of course, they are the world leading producer of palm oil. So the question is, how did we get here? Yeah, but the same yet to me, yeah, fire the financial. Brand I am one, I see any leaders, and they can default me I may yet me achieve a certain height. Because, since alcohol machine, or when you just get a CC at Dayaka, Twin Towers, a lot of things. So, how come? My independence the same year I acquired job ye develop way 1,000 times ahead of us. So the question is, I dream na wo mutrim a mutumi develop your own mind and I dream na wo ye dream we are still marking time near come kokope bosia e de ba be ye kuro yi.
That's it. Ba memfa innocent in chassis.
Captain.
Issues never boss on the opposite of the chassis and call.
Yeah, I think I'm mentioned what's here for. Now, my boga kwaba.
Hey,
the other buy the area of my own. I wouldn't even come Malaysia, man, fans are prime and I'm
I bet I'm the buyer. I bet
you have come Captain, my man started from baby JB, you know. I think, Obisa question be about how. Don't forget, Kwame Nkrumah at the time even supported Malaysia.
Yeah.
In their quest for independence, and after that, there was this mutual cooperation between Malaysia and Ghana. South Korea can be, Cuba can be, Vietnam can be, and these countries in and what national was say the kind of economic pedestal or more zoomier or more de you begin to ask yourself one question: say, and then a message from. Yeah, am I going to be competing with this country? Because now, South Korea, one of the biggest companies I was Ravel, Apple, your friend is saying Samsung. Samsung is from Seoul, South Korea, and several other way out. Never be more Bruno, and yet, Adia, bet me I can't grow all because of Nemo Mudisi or Moniso and several other countries. Or mind be or starting very poor. People never thought that those countries could get to where they are. Yeah. For instance, Germany, after the Second World War, was disintegrated, shared among your friends the global powers at the time. Now America could have your friends saying Russia, Ukraine, Asia, eastern part, and France, and some other. They shared the country, so virtually there was no Germany. But these people decided to build the country by Berlin Wall no break here after that time in there. Look at where Germany has become industrialization and we are saying lady. Some of the bands and I have planning for struggle to put money together to go and buy those kind of do come from that particular place. So besides, what is the magic thread of more there? Because of my vision, our more planning way ahead. This is where we want to go in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years. So when you have that developmental agenda, and you back it with intellectuals, people with the knowledge and the intellectual capacity of making realize and when they leadership anywhere. But when you come back to Africa, you realize that is a sharp detour from this conventional line for use for development anywhere. Your politics, it's about partisan politics. Partisan politics, so as whether the person has the capacity, the wit, the intellect to help us execute a particular agenda or not, those things are your priority. It is about let me sort me for or no so the man on not so tell your brain so time let me also make the good use of the time then as for. And the problem is that there is no accountability. Locked in our system to the extent say mess up. There are some consequences because I am so scared scared from doing some of these things. Because some other countries elsewhere, South Korea, we had a situation a certain president was thrown into prison. The Samsung company can say making hair apparent owner the president the son was thrown into jail. These are high-profile individuals. They know that there are consequences. Who are pretty now will go offline. There will be consequences for you. Yet Chrome High. Yet Yana National Service and crank to our more musica 700 Ghana and into a month. Quabranit me for a second because see what. And no kwaje bosia di dinsemunu and asefo okroma say ya the back and forth but see na kwakosi say there be attorney general ba na ya say Ghana don't even know where that particular issue has gotten to. Adubo issue we just back and forth. To me free. You see, I think that the system should be. I understand. You see the wheels of justice are grinding slowly. It's governance. Governance. The major part of it is sustaining public trust and confidence. Anything now when you sustain that trust and confidence, now you are done. So some of these things, we here to sustain public trust because Ghana, I could do baby. Kwabranene ukrofo shomaji so mbabo minor form. And your monster bomb, my said they were not even stealing in the dark. In the open, we all saw the evidence, everything is quite clear. So I think that we must begin to institute this conventional red lines. Everybody who said Ghana na want to see the 2 million it's a privilege. And that means and I say school are so special. A privilege the amount and the way our fabu and the infant teacher of mine. If we begin to see leadership and governance in this particular light, I think that a bit to me, I'm focus on development, long-term development, not on saying this terminal basis are 4 years. So policies and the plans in terminate at 4 years. The next person as to whether he will continue or not, and line it with the developmental agenda on the planner. They will cut it. I know the day there is nothing I am forced to be say young follows and their man. The last time I catch you, if you go to a place like America, they have your friend is saying the machineries and the engines are running American economy. No politicians, you don't have much influence over it. And to the American president, the side that what much influence has to do with foreign policy, where you have to streamline your relationship with others. But when it comes to near my economy, you grow now, kasa development productivity in production, they are certain that a year juma. President, but a year juma, the economy is growing near my yes, there are certain taxes in as for a bit media. Enti ebasa na tembia no the omine betimi plan in the next 20 years they know say amine 4 years wo ko obi beba but anam say your long term planner nsihye ne niam da ho a ye koye dem ti no say aban sesan kra it doesn't affect the machineries that run the government of the day. But we don't have same here. Oh, your plan is here the Ghana your first developmental plan there but me nya sure say obi kura kwa header. Professor Mills Pence yesterday at NDA
development. That's a PV of being Akufo time. Sir Rollins that here.
Yes.
Or NDPC, National Development Planning Commission.
Office which
that's a caso bonio. Nimo Thompson Mona na so. And Akufo ba appointed PV of being and Professor Mills. We have finished Professor Nimo Thompson no Professor Mills didn't call. And the Akabi sit there.
No. Because Nipa no ba or share the long-term goals. A bit me aligning or political priority. Because I know the day every politician want to cash out the political capital out of anything. So I do things that within 4 years to make me cash it. And that is it. So I don't know as to whether in the next 10 years or mine be kon anima and say kon na mfa no we are kwatena fie. Contract ni as for ye saying nyina short term dividend and ye seki. Enti na kwabra ni betimi afa Ghana oil dam as captain begitu na ma me 5% or mine 5%. Na ma for suma say budget 5% to me. Me Kofi I don't care what happens to the country. And no na ye de na mu idea ba beduru hoy. So I think that you see and I'm happy say usi kroma young people are becoming largely enlightened. My phone will be a deep politics. This is an opportunity for us to reset. Now you're making sure, say, a minor long-term plan away. So these are your friends saying your long-term agenda. You percent you execute in the next way. See it me mana. Trust me. And near be because Malaysia JB can Nyankopon free sura mechichiro minor more. A nipa da sanina tena say they were very pragmatic, they were very disciplined, and they started to say put two things in place. And now Saudi Arabia, it will surprise you the way MBS is changing the whole Saudi Arabia. Those religious near conflict with the modern development. We're packaging, you know, they're seeing China for your religion. All right. But he said there is a world that is coming up. 1 to 2 near Maya and maybe Bedruba and then Saudi Arabia has opened its doors up and the development as for air core. It will surprise anybody. Now these countries, the oil and quantum. If Oko Arab country, Qatar and as well, or more resources near oil.
Someone said, why is it that Saudi Arabia, a Islamic nation, but the biggest civil engineering firm is owned by a Christian?
Captain, these people oil more. Fortunately for us, we have everything.
Dubai, how many Muslims?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have.
I don't know the mosque. After Jesus.
Captain.
So I don't know Dubai mosque. They've named the thing the Mosque of Jesus, the Son of Mary. Why? I don't know what's also another. I saw Diane. Yes, you are. And also Muhammad did that also by Christopher. But say Fred Anka Williams, Ajana Sare, Pentecost chairman, Assemblies of God, as often 24, so I'm Central Mosque in Kombompa, so Mekwa.
Because in the real estate development, you can't be rigid, you can't close up and when.
We are just joking.
You need to be very flexible, open, and accommodate everything. Because sana we are saying sana here. And to be apart from oil, you will have all other resources, including the most valuable, which is human resources. But I'm saying, Captain, natural resources, yet man for the core. And the human resource, the most valuable, and then go to the airport. All the young people are exiting the shores of this country. Everybody is going, and the state is making preparation to ship most of them out. So, what is the future? They better build it on mine. You need plan because on my plan, you will not sit aloof and watch young people who have productive force and teacher of mind to exit in the name of seeking greener pasture. So why can't you slot in incentives? Because most of the nurses are more it's because of salary.
And even with that, yes, some more enjoy luxury.
Oh, why?
Bread. Oh, bread fitter pants and what me
and Europe country back when I sitting a year we are see UK. Because living conditions is so heavy to the sense that if only they will tell you the truth. What I say? And you make money, you suffer for it.
Even America is suffering.
And some incentives now. Laura,
you can say success. Baby, I won't say Bruni, you could have no tomatoes, not cheap tomatoes.
I don't go for say. You could need more be a chance to call.
So that mentality abrochira but nay uzumi in now hear some of the things that happen or her. Clearly I trust say there are a lot of people who be willing. Now I listen to a young man in the UK or say so I'm the plane be see horses here say nipan trenumura do na back. Don't how because of fear abusian for because they are not there. These are some of the things these are the harsh reality. So it means people will not travel. You understand? Now there's a papa who for now you can see them on weekly family. It's the best. So I think there is an opportunity for us. Now greediness I take you over center stage. You more be to me and now. Now Genesis has or tesoro on Kenipa who be and they begin to do weird things and as for arrogance. I say, so that is the African mentality of power. I think a concept about power and I don't know how it is. And the very moment the to me common sense of free so lose power. and say baba back. And they do things that sometimes I think that this is time for us. Yeah, you know, as a minor. You better now say get your priorities right. Now you making sure say you catch it because you know na South Korea, you know na Vietnam, and na Vietnam. Country coming from the ashes of war, and then go there and see the way I'm pace it up. And then some of the Asian giants no man target no. We can home. Your friend is saying Vietnam can be because most of the your friend saying furniture and so forth. But that is what they are doing. And Indonesia is tagged as the new China. Because they are growing at a double numbers. What I say. So if these Asian tigers are doing and it's becoming possible, why is the African countries we are all flat nothing? Now no matter you see as a Trump, I try USA ID as a forum. I'm happy Trump cancels Adiano. It's a wake-up call for we the Africans that we need to take responsibility. Because he will not be in America no to Sikana man now did him because Sikana modern master for finance health, you know. Now, man, for the expensive SUVs, no, as for cars, I can see conferences. Now, no finance ministry, but who's a refer mutu public accounts committee, I refer mutu, your father saying, AG for investigation. Hotel, ya hanya, ya quite them no, it will rise to over 3 million and over in 2014. You go and read the report. Hotel Kekoa yeah, Abaya Juma by a reserve hotel for a month for it means swallow to over 3 million and over. Now, man, for and Obi Yaro Hospital, Roberto Drukra, Unyabindi. What kind of country is this? So, I quite said, 2 million as an avenue for me, I'm found sort to me, Unyabifie, Obi a place of a quantity, and people from other areas. A man for any like medicine and as well, and be a rush to the political space because you saw joining the political bandwagon now. So I can't be able to do anything. So I think that let us hasten slowly, pause as a country now and reflect where we are coming from. Because Ghana, which was seen as your friend is saying, the shining star of Africa and in Nkrumah, independent first in the sub-Saharan, and inspire other countries to gain independence, you know. I know and then look at us. It got to a point and then Sikampo was the worst currency in the whole of this Africa. You understand? Young people in Ghana have traveled to Egypt into modern day slavery. People go to UAE. They go there as slaves.
Well,
in this era, and the treatment they met out to these people. Captain you see, what no one it's not about you having everything. It's about everybody having some basic comfort. That is all life is about. Now, me then number see me 18 or is legal. Who cares about dying or is legal? Who cares about it? I don't care. Because my catcher said, the most poorest person in Accra, Odidi. If you question the Nijaji or Sereno, what was the kind of So let us make the world a better place for Bia. Men someone no may or manabo who not some man among folk. I don't say I'm for dinner who you know impact I want making on others.
That's right.
Brantibia, buy your best in the Naya, you say, of Tiani before. What I say, and these are the good things people are saying about him. Young people in NDC, what my building or Mona for. Nobody talk about the car or them. Nobody talk about the fear or them. Nobody talk about the secure one account. Who cares about those?
The secure one account, young kind of politicians. So, baby. Say Christ was Kebian and down for being an baby or money.
So it's about the little impact you make. I don't know, be a can so who will be aware smarter and think that these are some of the things that will inspire people in leadership positions to do things right.
Okay, no. I see a politicians no. Men trying to co positions when who answer. Say Wale Bill Gates. Kwa Elon Musk.
Asim for
su Dangote. Omani abre mimi mo bi edi hu ala osre mimi
na me relate better relate
wale Bill Gates
okay we friend ask me to go
Elon Musk
okay I see
you see I'm got position and any pa hunya so I just don't know this
no seriously.
Anyway, Lucius. Okay. Over cap presidential jet nana.
My main can't maybe kakana jabu for any man can be there. Very Captain, no first time you say international say ya ankasa yehwe ebi ti say Malaysia ya di na all kan ene Singapore mo a say nka na ya ankasa no itimi eso yensa bu itimi yesu because we mu ye countries are ya ne be na again independent say ohwe de bra na o kasa Malaysia ewo ba ye emefuo bibra emedua no bebe sesa free Ghana ha isi what you say bebe sesa emedua no free Ghana ha enti no nka the expectation ye say wo na uboro obi emedua no se ono de eye niema hodo a na ese nka won so utimi ye ne echensa but after 1957 na bebe sesa emedua no ko ye no kame akoya ti say ye no ye mfa anya hwe bi what you say what for baby to say Singapore Singapore ye ni be nyina started ya somewhere 2018 Singapore enya surplus of budget the budget abe draw ye no be di budget no ma ebi kai about 10 billion or so $10 billion kai ma be check the mass citizens from age 21 eko obia enya $300 what you say yeah draw your budget and so just as an draw supplementary budget na ansana afeno crampo no financial year no akọ enti then ye what you say what kind Bible no say where there is no dream vision or direction people live confused unproductive and defeated life enti kame akọ say ye na nkasa no ani suadi hunu ni ho obia no ho ne order I say o sheda adwen ye nyina ye yiedie ho kame akọ say obia adwen ono ane selfish interest ni wiase no so no say adwen boni ba otima na otim nyansa kaketua bi nti wa abreko a odwen se wo nko a wo de no odwen no mpempi no kame akọ say ne se wo ya ebetimi a benefit ye nyina no emba otim mpo you see ayi ho ka NDPC asem unse sa man na be nyina ba develop ajaye no Singapore money Malaysia ye bubo bedi no be wo ayi directive principles a be de ye aduma enti anya politician no mom no ba be influence niema bebri sa wo system no mu wo ba na state directive principle no wo ho this is the way to go say ni ye ko no enti then ne wo be den wo be ye e dia fa ho so if it's about education if it's about agric say ye employment wo mom no wo say manifesto kra no o tra manifesto na o tro no wo ba be kire manifesto a e kire ye bia how a wo be fa so a wo be achieve the timeline and then where e bia obetimi aye dey I raise resources no e dey aye sa ayi offense policy na e da ho no be won say ye no pempi no ye de no ente sa o say ye ba na enka ye de na akwa ti say manifesto na wo de win elections no NDPC ebom ne ba be converting manifesto no into a directive principle na nka ya draw plan say long term plan medium term and then short term plan na de a che say e bia say agrica yes say ye yedi but say bedura na ya tu abom NDPC no krampo no ye nche da nte benka ye nim NDPC be ye ngokrum ha meanwhile we ye ayi offense sector ye share that establish o kind the National Development Planning Commission Act 1994 Act 479 it shows say they are the advisory body to the president be mom ne say be chair president ni say about ABS who are say starting free high say but NDPC won't benka me the last time I met benka the Ivan bra me no call a year me who say bebe can bibi wo ho na what you say
NDPC na nkasa na aban na atiesi ho Fourth Republic when NDC ni MP before when they do plan bi aye aduma but na NDPC ni krom ha and Professor Christopher me you konfi Akufo Addo and omo say omo the train be fa wiem wa bra na asase su train yi
mo dama train fa from we ni say me koya so
sa advice no unya free is it emanating from the NDP?
No, but have they also proposed any plan crab body at home that
Plan the
They have a plan, but they will not.
Almost 50 years to come. 50 years they started Rollins time. 1994. JB Tomboy. Yes, see, by 50 years, from 1993. Bano. No, my name is Otiti Fruma. Mfiendo do aka. As I say, every Kwanya wa Ghana hano. Ni tired 50 years. Inti show. Omo plan say every year biano. And every administration biya kura na samre na akusi 50 years no. Aban biya ba onya 10,000 kilometers. Na ye wi. Say Rollins say oye 18,000. Kufo say oye 27,000. Atames say oye 11,000 plus and so Akufo Addo Mahama 15,000 first one. Akufo Addo si yenjano.
Akufo Addo 10,000.
10,850 kilometers. Akaka ene say.
Na kwan na kwa no mo yelom be ni ya. Elsewhere mo ye kwan we may have a lifespan of about 20 good years.
Of course.
A kwan ya no Akufo person Nelson person and so dey nyina sia tutu. Because the part of modern contract the man no ono ya fa na chia wise sika na half of no akaka kra bi no no so yes apete egu so
agreed o ehwe un say somewhere 1963 Nkrumah care say oil production of food for processing ye nyina ye hu factories are osisi in Sawam Cannery Wenchi tomato factory tamale meat processing osisi factories no
strategic places
strategic places are ene no corner factories no do na e da so e wo ho no ma agu enti say eba the agric sector ene ye nyina ye nim say you started from weeding planting cultural practices harvesting processing to marketing and as for na ho nyina no problem e wo ho no amango timi ba na abre na say atete agu kwa Oko upper west morning the northern regions now share butter 18 ba na atete agu na say kwa what you say enti no nka at least say your plan and the honum ni obi mum hwe say ye kwan a ye be fa so a ye betimi ado na ya nkasa ya feed ye ho na ya nya bi a export ya me gidi ye say nka ene no enka the confusion of unemployment na se for no kwa no nka so beti okobunu region say awahu bunu region no ensase no dodo na no imabunu no convert to cash cropping. You know why? There's a lot of post harvest losses ewo honum obedo tomatoes na tomatoes mbeba no obi mom ne free Kumasi anase Accra eba be kire obo ne obeto no and you know say tomatoes no ne sa ne ma no perishable goods enti se nipa no ba what tomatoes no dey aba no o ka kire say bo say ne me dey ma wa won tono a then no dey be ye Uni of friends and processing bia ho a wo de be process it eni nti no se wo ye den wo ton enti no ben so baba be hu se be do tomatoes na wo be ba na bo a wo pe ne wo ton de ama me de ani asase me de be do bia mango ana me be do cashew ohu enti no like ye ncheda nya of friends and plan papa bia e bo a hell unemployment a cost no do na no hwe ye ka say the education no key to success. Education is the key to success. No, ye produce be ba no. Ye the theory ni the practical based subjects na better. Bi akra ne nko no betimi technical vocational and I say friends electrical works bi no. Ye betimi ama akra na ko no. Still the science any friends grammar. De ha akra no sa. Obe wie JHS no. Na ya piano chiko because this time cry a wholesale promotion. Akwa no wie JHS ya limitation bia nim tina ya wo na chiko na wasan ko SHS. After SHS no aba bet na fie. Ono a ontim nko university. Ono nso a wansua adwuma. Na afa de life na aba be den aba be basa e de ama no. Enti say a strategic lay down plan bia HSA enka ye some kind of practical base ye wo ho so kra ba say ye nhemu kina the TVET schools e wo Ghana ha nyina no ye agya no saa
no but unja ne saa because hwe baby to say baby amekoi Malaysia say omo produce omo car no mo produce no chairman what they buy Ghana sika mo omo ton brand new one okọ shops say okọ is about 55,000 ringgit omo sika no. Who converted the bag and scam do 250,000.
Okay. Apostle Joseph. ne car na oye no oye car no krum ha
yeah oye no krum ha
so wo kɔ na wo kɔtɔ a wo de kɔ DVLA a won't mean and register car
how
aje wo de car de kɔ customs division now utia duty how
I met just last week.
How? I don't know.
Duty from where? Duty from where?
Customs.
Yeah.
Me can't me talk and be no way food man.
Car now no why no Ghana ha no.
It can not the check Ghana Police Service and I said Ghana Police Service.
As a customs.
Yeah. Me more clearance.
Import duty.
China when so for you back when your friends say Papa you I say Harry Krishna Papa yi. Okwa so koto we tuaka bibi ewi ye be man safoa. I'm so penije ukoye duty answer.
The duty.
Can you imagine?
It is say kodo safo car so ye ni na no. Akeka dem. Because ono aye car no okrum ha. It says say only DVLA. Aban beti ma only DVLA aka bom. Wo car ye clear that 2025 model no. Registered number plate ni. China Chachim Plus was a wine. Eno anu no wo nim no na wo de aka ho na wa toka na woko se kojo safo cars no showroom na wa chimota he ya egu anisa ko so ko na ko toka na yesi tuka no free safa kwatema anata krade
meanwhile
faka de kwata krade anata ma wo na ye ma duty ko ye duty answer
meanwhile ye nua no monkey to away e produce 6 different cars types of cars 6 different types o. It's very difficult to be who BMW who obi use BMW na chese nipa ko no scapa obi use Benz e will scapa majority of them about 90% of them e use omo anka some cars some produce wo no and a young guy you can just walk into any of their showrooms no wakoto car they will give you a payment plan no wakoto enye den so be wakoto car wo no young guy out the back omo sika no to the dollar to say Ghana scanner force this to the dollar so look at almost can no weight. Na compare any idea no. Ye nua no mketo ane omu. Everybody Akufo.
Captain na no me hu abayo bi a oye ne fashion ya na o ka se uhia. Wahu. We secondary school. Na nkra no hwe niema na be showcase ya. E cho say sa pra we wie school a o hia government we. Onu abeba be self reliant a obeye den obeye nadwuma. Entini senka yetini eye bibisa say oh at least se nipa no koye building construction electrical engineering fashion the ewo TV at home na say owie a onu ankasa eye self independent a on hia say na wo teacher ni say ana oje nurse ni say ana oje say onu no beka say wa kwakoye building construction wa agya no say opese aban for na dwuma say o meye den.
The system will frustrate you crab out meaning as na ka post ko Joseph Kasi na ka every government institution be at least agency be na say ministry be o ba kompa so na ka at least a bit me empower other one
ministries department ni agencies
ba ko be o ba kompa
wo mo kan say o mbeto sikana apostle Joseph de year car no wo mo pese wo mo de pick up to say Nissan Toyota mo duty da what kind of monoba would you
now they are not
and no necessary would tua apostle Joseph car
imagine
into the akoba and say na duty na wo ye no twice the price of Joseph car no no and the ministries department and agencies now
because it doesn't make sense yes be
Captain I think sir you see sir oko Europe our home our policies our ye nyina at the heart of it humanity central na de tro bia Ghana ndi kwakotena Germany owo akra keto a aban ne se me metia ka ba because sa akra no aban na support na say yanya na ye raise a vagabond na that vagabond no will have impact on the progress of that particular country na so ultimate boa na sa akra no timi be ye greater the greatness no will impact on the development of that country. So Omuna go to the extent of at the innate stage, they take control and as a charge. No, I raise to become a better person. Somebody to harness the human potential. You at the center of your government policy in human being. It is about me, my family, and my friends. You live good. na yɛn fan spite o enti me a enra na wo mumi na me da V8 me ana yɛn kura asesam so no sɛ nipa no da ka kɛse ma sɛ inferiority complex o sɛ yɛ den yo
adeba omumu wo ho no mo kete bi
yes and the nipa no look good because me dey ne sɛ da na yɛ fɛn sɛ Lucius kan yɛ school si e ba ne sɛ na obi bɛkɔ yɛ fɛn sɛ JSS awie secondary school na only training skills ba kokora wɔ ne nsa no. Because apart from that, we impacting the panel with whatever knowledge, you must also ensure that baby we are seeing go to near. A man for Monsa, or Mudi or Monsa, Juma, and or more ultimate rival. And your secondary school, no, even say you're 4 years, a crown as a first year, no, or be carpentry, or be dressmaking, or be fast a year to the sa wedding, and as if for young for 1 year, training the panel, and son of the school now to us. And do we necessarily one pass a crown on side of Juma? So we know one pass a crowd with me, and government can identify these individuals and support them. You see, we cannot be training a man for the Mokaya Brofone. Brofo, Obi Kasa, Kana Wo Kana doesn't change anything. It doesn't add any value to you.
Kwapam secondary school, maybe throw English. You say oral English.
Asama broni no kan wonti
you quite the speaker BSc Apam secondary school dining hall
yeah
na omabo vernacular
yeah so wonti o
say no what share no what take
say enkrase samsa
rapprochement
Maybe we are see do. Maybe we are see do. And this are
now what take it Vexet taught me. Vexet taught me.
Where are the better children mine?
I mean that's not about. That's because that's about. You could dinner na yeah chese mo de aduane beba. Still be on the buy pa na ne buy na pese the body pese we kopa heavy one pa. Yet one no more the pan aba mpata. No more say friend this too. Because I said I'm not used to this type of food. No, this is our food. You are forced to eat because if you don't eat, then you never be. And then be any one apart from pan on this too. Di na boys ye di na nye ni. Obeyende.
Yeah.
That is what they believe in. That is what they have, and that is what you have come to meet. Genuinely so udi.
So I think we can turn the corner. We can turn things around because Mranted no mutu kwan kwa amana no obi koduru na se oni nsa no dwuma kwa no wanu ne ho so koye so adenti na nipa no be wie JSS na secondary school ye be wie no na yes ubetimi akoya medicine but we can ubetimi aya car
med omo ye doctors do be
extra
na parliament
What do Sammy K?
Yes
me Sammy K yes
ne wa Farabai
yeah
call London ukuta GIG certificate
sure
ukuta
GIG
degree in communications master's degree in communications.
I
Then in journalism. Into Okopejuma. I'm say BBC for okay. We do her typical Ghanaian or time the briefcase they see her. Where there was a Ubutuni saying when they kind. Form 4 GC O level, GC A level, and no kaiko. Oh yeah, bro. Say we're not interested in this. That's the microphone. We're not interested in this. That's the microphone. Prove to us you're a broadcaster.
Exactly. Those paper documentation. Until over the years, you are focused on those things. And that's not my catchers and Obi but TV's not a doctor. Just a coffee for certificate. We didn't want to dance and say I just a doctor. But you see, I believe in intellect. Yeah. What I work as and convince people say I am an intellectual. You don't even know. You don't even have to tell people say you are educated. Because the very moment you open your mouth, and some now can be do one dance here. You don't need a paper. I need do one dance here. And these are some of the things I say. They make sure say a lot goes into our education. And then as a form, by the education you say no, and at the moral line no. There be a can one say impacting human to become better. And now co church. And that's what that magic name comes that kind of thing say bunu.
Yanka presidential jet. Yanka presidential jet no. What they are so na be ya say Mr.
Chairman presidential jet no. Ethiopia omo free fan. Omo part of Africa.
I'm a part of Africa.
Ethiopia. I'm a part of Africa.
I'm a part of Africa.
Kenya for sure.
Part of Africa.
Oh, so I'm Africans.
You're Africans.
Ethiopia were 178, if not more, 78 airlines.
Almost 78.
170, yes. All over the world. All over the world. Kenya for also war, if not more or less. And also call all over the world. Yeah, dear no. Yeah, dear Bakupa, you say. Na ke yede be operate Ghana Airways or Ghana Airlines or
Ghana International Airlines no.
Aye. Emunenti yede kosi baby say holiday in Osan fa na yede didi wo me hoda na yede didi.
And the Ghana Airways dey.
Asa Ghana Airways na egu.
Ghana International Airlines are 7 and confirm ma wo.
You see
Captain, you see this politics of presidential jets na se phenomenon. Sometimes if you listen to some of the arguments then you understand why we are still stuck in the past. Because the mindset, any development oriented mindset, any foresight be into the future. We are still dealing with a crop of people who are still stuck in the past. They are struggling to identify themselves with where we are, and I think that is the reason why this whole thing. Now, say utia, a man force you, young quarter presidential jet, yen say, and na Kwabrane so say, oh, and there, young man, I criticize the Akufo Addo say, na all high jet, young corner, young copane chow. Because and the reality is Ghana jet I say. So when you live in a country with people with such backward mindset, and then you begin to ask yourselves, oh mind your bed then because all that they are seeking to do presently, they are seeking to justify why it was necessary say Akufo Addo a high private jet at a very expensive way cost at the time. Because at the time, nobody was against the fact say President Akufo Addo a high jet. If the presidential jet at the time our problem, we didn't have a problem with that.
That's right.
The issue has to do with opting for a luxurious and the most expensive one. At the time, Ghana's economy was sinking. So it is totally outrageous for any person to seek to suggest say because and the far corner say at the conference in President Mahama Kokheim. You have all commercial and NDC for Ghana for those of us who were criticized, you come and apologize to Akufo Addo just to justify. I think that is absolute nonsense because you see, at the time, President Akufo Addo in this jet, not on them. Even people close to the government, explanation no more the Bananian Sabianim. I enter defense minister Beka say, or say president so Obegari said the okay, so funny comments in again, at the time, now the average and the ordinary Ghanaian, go to our lowest in terms of the economy. At the time, now inflation and 52, 54. At the time, now CD was priced the most worst performing currency in the world. At the time, now Moody's, Fitch, S&P, now for downgrading Ghana, commercial way into a junk status. We are no longer recognized by anybody. At the time, now your president sent the envoy to China, France, and other people to go and beg them to forgive our debt. At the time, na Ghana for mudo musika bo aban bosia ESA DDEP and merewa 4 years so mun take haircut. These are the economic realities that prevailing at the time. So as Ghanaians, we wanted our president to live that reality by making sure that Neamana all will reflect the prevailing economic circumstances at the time. But the gentleman decided to go for the most luxurious and the most expensive jet at the time. It got to a point that the plane was parked on our tarmac and we were paying for it at the time. These are the realities. Mahama, but things have started picking up. Far corner say yes, a far corner say, and it doesn't mean that it have been taken for repairs. So the issue is a technical report to balance almost a far corner and there. Said we can have that conversation and buy a new jet, and I'm sure nobody will kick against that, you understand? But these people are rather bringing that argument up just to spite some of us because we criticize them into another young quarter jet. Now among us say or more criticizing us to come and apologize to anybody. The fact of the matter is jet enters a car. Now even year of manufacture as a form it doesn't even come in because jets and as I say you can reconstitute the jet and make it new. And that is what they'll be doing. So when it comes to jet, the date of manufacture, not relevant as compared to cars. Because Trump, Trump plane or them or Koba, one of the most luxurious planes. It was manufactured in 1991. And a Mexican company bought it first. Obu Yuzuna as a commercial airline. we another company kotoy e use as a private. Trump is the third buyer. Kotoya or reconfigure no repurpose na ne abaya one of the most luxurious play. So play na e call far corner. Ye pay betimi asesa engine nyina free the for asim. I reconstitute the whole thing. So it's not always about going to buy a new jet and then as for we can reconstitute, repurpose and redesign this whole plane and make it new if we think say that particular thing is not good. So this whole argument of people should go and apologize to Akufo Addo, I think that is absolute nonsense. People should give us a break. The fact is that you cannot do anything today retroactively to justify that nonsense and those outrageous spending at the time. No, we were privy to the economic circumstances at the time, and we wanted our president to live that reality by making sure that the Ghana for a no our normal catchers here and tighten your belt. You know, they will do the same thing. And the president, has decided as a far corner my uncle the president Mahama Kasa Kohanjet now. I won't fault him. I will only fault him when expensive and luxurious. That is the problem. So it wasn't about president because the presidential jet ain't available. You only go for commercial or you hire. Yeah. So hiring wasn't the issue. It was opting for those luxurious and the most expensive. And these people haven't realized that they should apologize to Ghanaians at this time for doing those things, and that they rather flipping it on Ghanaians. Say we should rather apologize to them to justify that nonsense. No, we are not. Nobody is going to apologize to anybody because at the time the president know him that you go through the Ghana forever know him, but he decided to say on Ethiopia because to me when he felt say that and the anti-croma and a kwa na ya fa VAT ya fuela ye na de kumbia to man ya ko kroma say somebody na Ghana for ankan fa ho. He never listened to anybody. It got to a time on years and instructor him for some sorry because he thought that the power was going to be forever. So these are some of the things that yeah buying the co-position. So I think they need to set up, look at these harsh realities and accept them. So the gentleman as a force of wine who say now backlash your goodness. So because as an MP you are supposed to be an honorable, a dignified person. How can someone nyansa when nipa befa? And at the time the president was sitting at the church, yes, we are private gender. Now we MP nipa to abamana kwesa and we trust the confidence but you could see that the whole attempt they were hoping that Mahama so call high jet. Now you equalize no because that has always been our politics. Oh well this MPP so yeah so yes then we can and we have some of these journalists on TV in as a forum and that emotional conversation as and a minimum patch on the high jet we don't even know where that is coming from. So I think for me there is no argument of going to buy jet or not buying jet. It is not on the table. Some people's creation because jet they said the court say report banner say or that will determine the next line of way. President Mahama Nyan can be also jet. So why are people pushing ahead, saying conquer way? All for political equalization as if I think that we must always look at the greater good. Now you're making sure so mine are able to know we have a purpose, we have this thing I
that's it. Where can we be?
Captain, you know the American say send the Iban car, you know. Time I MP no, I better President Mama, I had jet at the Atuquanco, Japan. A man for be shas, yes,
the break tragedy.
I be GD.
That's why MP.
Oh, yeah, MP.
And now more Parliament so as a House of Records. In the same can be is assumed to be the facts. Meanwhile, now open.
Entino minim the entire opera no ho. Eba bontin be ke say President Mama ko han jeta or the ide or the atukwan. The oye no na mfaso bia che dani so. Minim rush na or rush no the na opese wa achieve. Ahu but you see, say opese who equalize say
Mahama
ntino oh say e bia honorable Ablakwa ebe pachel because then time no Ablakwa you bia na or na time bia no obeka ne say oh nanado akọ high jet luxurious one say but you see say Ivan car no then time ye nyina ye ni the economic condition na e work room high see ahochira na amanfo enamu to the point say we cover yi offense domestic debt exchange eba say emrewafo ne enkokrafo a besika kra eda honoma at least nka be manage be yade kakra no we cover as a haircut no e de buy enti say ne we de buy no eye ade a say ye gina so e de kan asem de a na e kire o say ahochira ho So we also expect to say no so no life will be live no. Ebe sinti ahoche na ewo. Enti adenti a so ko han data nebo den sa to the point to say you can justifications na one kasa no spokespersons ni ayi on crofo no be de man na entrust mu because ayi obi dia okay say na ayi say presidential jet no Nana etnasia nkotodwe enko
na enye ro na opon we are
aha what you say na me dey crowd no compare Ghana ha president ababa na ono na oye shorter me boa the shortest
I must say
so upon we are shoe crowd.
Hey, the banyo.
Now upon we are Gina Hoya. Now oh 9 couple no na be couple. What about on the shoe crowd or you the shoe and the shoe crowd the channel. Yansem no.
Wow. NTN no nya be pese I say be de everybody no. It's neither here nor there. And then you say ayi Japan ayi President Mama ekọ enu fasode a edebe o man no me nka say bia na kwantu na woturu na emfa fasode bia ma but say ye nyina ye ho kire na say o ma ye tiase say ahokire wo ho de a na say won so utimi ye ne ebe fata na say ahokire na ewo system no mu no be wo mom woni di mi wie enko han jet ane bo den famfa wiem na me no meto na komode me wa abrekwa wa san krampa hit me with offense domestic debt exchange na o expect to say me bomi nsam e dia ma anase me mama ni ade mani age entiene no ne ye hwe say President Mama eko han jet kra in the absence of a presidential jet na e wo ho no na yanso ye hwe say onko han ne bo den emro so what I say but thank God say ene no ye besusu ye ni nyina no na be fi se nko no no ebe kwa akofa bi atena mu no enye saa so ne yete ene ye nyina ya hu no kra na ba be daddy na be na be expect say abrakwa be ba be pache no ene me nti se ayi asefuo se hwan no wa ba be onso ba be pache
but we the quick one no the NPP themselves omonye consistent hwe o kan team for job
team for job be kan say
why you na just be peja organa ha oka ba ku bia enye ntro no nkwa kope na chinu no onso wakasa bi wakasa bi
So for all
dey
they are not smart. They are not
what is ekwasefu asa kasa bi because we raise ba ku enye no kra ye ntro Ghana for ehu no so you know so people like this when they start talking na say omoka na wantumi ankwankwanya hwehwemu a no mo twa ntro no mo de apam no mo de hyew ba onya kwa hwehwemu na hu say ye no kra pe be hu say no wate ada.
I'm for discussing for some days.
It doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
and these are individuals I talk about more. Yeah, Cabrania could lie so I could talk about man. And I quite na channel out such falsehood na se for because Ghana ni no to trust and confidence bang and obey our institution and as a phone. I think you see people must live up to expectation. We've gotten to a time and the parliament dignity can cry or cry in the hobium. And I can't afford us in the parliament.
And the bo parliament. Now you minority for see no more. Naka se bobe nkofo be mienu pa omonimo nyam ewo ferry kakra omonimo mo sankanya asasema unya nkofo mienu.
Na no meti say ayi akwatia ayi aspirant no.
Yes.
Ole ayi bentu abama no na the opponent no lawyer no enye law sem ne be kwai no parliament won me kase he emra she be dwam ho no enye mra sem ne be
you hate me I hate you
well person ko parliament enti mini so ko dua banchi ho se okoye den o wo parliament won ma wo ko no o person che say enye mra sem ne ye koye no ho no
It's very surprising, say,
Captain.
The way a man and Kofosi build your country, no. I said the best practices I see you seeing from home, we are not doing the same. Near the politics of equalization now, and then some who NDC bar on some who no person or no, I am and hontono, MPP bar, also be this some who I am and hontono. So the ordinary citizen suffers in the long run. Until you're wasting 8 years of another down Akufo Addo administration. Ghana nyasho fasobia. So na we so ba the administration we are Ghana nyasho fasobia. The ordinary Ghanaian will suffer at the end. Dear pa de betumi de accessible. Say Ghana ye war. Until we dear ye ni hwe kra no. We dear oba and they defend here like other countries have.
Because leadership has always been reactionary. Reactionary. I didn't see we are no BRTS in the Oh, what as a typical example where they see a rich hospital. Rich hospital issue I see.
Now you war and the papa is you can was near the
yes. Because over the years, people have some of these concerns and issues. And Nisa Obiko Masa Nema we could see and Sana activity and national discourse to zoom into our hospitals. These are real challenges over the years and Yakase. We need to improve healthcare, both personal and infrastructure. Yeah. These are conversations. So whenever this thing comes up, the whole media be at the camera na interviews way. After 1 week, then we bury it. Then we move to another section. What as all? I think that on minor we need to focus and get our priorities right because on minor workers or move grow on my being will grow by accident. And on my being when Yankopon free will grow, there be American and for the data and then Yankopon the better you. And you nipa the sanina, yeah. At some point in time, a binus or pet union, a binus or pet fidran, ye kubinum, ye waman for second, and my binum add soon your move because they wanted to go this way, a binus they wanted this way, and as for. But in the long run, output in the Dahai. People are enjoying it. Ghana near cross the to me corner and okra camera so about heaven and so. Our man for and the building here, our mind that way. People sacrifice. What are we doing here? Yeah, then it's about convenience, people cutting corners just to ensure so we are getting the way. Then as a forum. So for me, I think that nation building is a concerted effort. Obia should be involved. We must always set the pace and make sure that
the Nina depending on us. But you see, Ghana we have entrusted our votes and everything in the hands of the president. And he is the spending officer. He is the policy maker. He is whatever. No person will be or majority of parliament. Nobody can do anything to him. Because we saw another Akufo Addo at the time when he had the majority in parliament. And then another person also to me. Yes, Ghana force and pay levy. Chinchine train, papa de share Ghana for Congo. Emanko for honorable members. Every way papers near their boss to throw near there. Our parliament. We saw that. Just because they had a majority. Ghana for say COVID-19. Nipa no dey yare ne bae kwa kodi krom kra na oni levy e wo ho no. Till now we are still paying COVID-19 levy. It go kofa nyema frama no ne no de ba. Bola gusu kofa de firo na de ba okrom so ba be ye wo hu ye a. This also to tua COVID-19. Levy ye chese yare ni ho no mu biem. Just because omo gisika no edi wo monum etem omo ho ne omo ne omo mpra ne omo gas no. Nti sa ka de egumeme ne wutri so ye ne ebetua. So yeah, trust Rebecca yet, but okay, we're not a politician or no, scanning 2 minutes no, so yeah, then I be. The only thing I say, you vote the person, seven man may president, be an also be in the free, but in the end, the side effects and the rippling effects is on us. And that is what we are still suffering for. That is why we are still talking about it. Because, and then, your boys, you go shoot to more bossy. Pity, boys now you could more bossy. Report in a way. Report here with traffic to Sam. Dear, no more copy. I will copy Sika. A piano almost or money no more than your mumbabiti. In the end, come none time 20 cocoon just because on your money he was protecting the interest of a foreigner. You see, and Sunday marketing kitty winner a good point to be, you see, and I'm a pest Sri Lanka for some no. Boys, they will be sick, they will come after you. So that you will know, say, too many at the mound, you have 5 months of Fabaye, and who knew a bush and a cacrebi. You share on my own be brave, share Rwanda. Now, no, so more Rwanda, DNA, a place of war. You have a trouble, baby, and you bought Rwanda, Namibia, and Kenya, near the more 3 year Go to Kenya now and see. Go to Rwanda and see. Go to all those places and see for yourself. Say, dear na esi wo ho no mama sisi na mo country na developer ye da so tia no ye kasa. Does it mean omo ye superhuman echen ya na say omo ni asan che ya na say den. Yetumi kwa akọbọ bo se free Mauritius kra Mauritius baby edu ahwede. Ah, na dey.
Amsa, me fancy. I'm here, Duma. It's not a I could tell by election is 2nd September. Oh,
2nd September.
2nd September. Now, I could make check your pictures, the videos, be bro. Just because of elections in tea. Yet, Abobo Yemu, any Pragiamu near call rounds because a honomo crying ye in Sua Tomate Chewo Honomo. Now, come na no copy vote in tea, say, can be aso, or packing the car no cut Abobo Yemu no call Honomo. You see the mindset of the ordinary politician to Ghanaians. Because one call on one, nipa not one who say on your home. In 10 years or it's not bobo ye ni pragia mu akohono mu who say yes or drain the one part. And that is the kind of country we are living in. You talk about you are monko yes, sakwa no maya.